What's going on, Aries? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an awesome week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, likes, shares, donations. Your support really does mean a lot to me, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. You are in for an amazing journey. Now, the theme of this monthly spread this week is going to be self-growth and all the ways that you can embody the best version of yourselves, Aries. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems are feeling good. Just good vibrations all around. Now, with this spread, I'm going to be pulling 10 cards and be doing clarifications as need be. And of course, a good old surprise card at the end, Aries, so don't you worry. And in case y'all were curious, the deck that I'm using is the Astro Matrix Tarot deck. And I have a link for this deck and other decks that I like using down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here, which is going to represent your past and see just kind of where you've been on this journey. So higher self, where's Aries been in the past so far? Oi, looks like all over the place, Aries. Hold on. Where has Aries been on their journey so far? Let's see what past stuff that you've been up to, Aries. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. You got the King of Cups in reverse here. So I feel like with this kind of popping up, maybe we've been in a place, where we just kind of off our game here. Maybe we kind of like lost in our feelings a little bit here, because the King of Cups, he's when you check him out, he's seated on an ocean here, and he's sitting pretty comfortably here because he's not worried about anything. The ocean, there might be a lot going on in the ocean, but this guy's got a little air and a little water in his chart. So it's like he's seeing imagine the ocean as your emotions here. He's seeing all of the emotions here, and he's not attaching to any one of them there. He sees what happens, kind of let him wash over them, takes the wisdom from it, and then just sits, continues chilling and just observing the stuff. And not just that, he's gleaning wisdom from this stuff here too, because there are nuggets in these emotions and these experiences that we go through. So if this is where we've been in the past, maybe something that's kind of really just sort of just thrown us off kilter here. And there's no judgment here, Aries. You're in a safe space here. You got to deal with these things. Sometimes life kind of throws us some curveballs there, and we're just when we're really not paying attention. And it just, in this thing, just be kind of compassionate to yourself at this time. This is resonating with you, because this is and you know what? I'm talking like you're still in it. Let's get to your next card here. Let's find out how we've gotten from this thing here. I'm just trying to fix everything right now, Aries. Let's get to your second card here, which is going to represent where you're currently at right now. So, higher self, where's Aries currently at on their journey here? Let's see. Let's see what kind of wisdom we've gotten from this King of Cups here. Ooh, look at you, Aries. You got the Tower here. Okay, so we're really going through it. And you know what? I know I may sound a little more excited than I should be, but this is exciting. Transformations all over the place. And believe me, Aries, it's transformative energy all over the place. So you're not even alone in this thing. Because with the Tower moment, the whole point of the Tower is that, the old ways of maybe operating aren't working anymore. It's time for a change. We need to make some space for some new stuff here. And keep in mind too, when we want to, kind of better ourselves, start to grow from these things, we have to let the stuff that aren't serving us a purpose anymore go, because the universe can't bring in, this new foundation here, or new stuff here on like a rocky foundation, if that makes sense. We got to clear some, make some space for these things here. Let that stuff have give it its appropriate time to kind of blossom here. It's kind of like with that King of Cups here. Let that stuff, he sees the wave coming, lets it pass through, and then make space for the next one. You know what I mean? So I feel like, this is not a bad place to be if we're going at it. It can be a little tough if we're kind of thrown off balance here and we're kind of resisting this energy here, Aries. And keep in mind, Aries, this is your ruler here. Your ruler has your best intention in heart. And right now, with it being in retrograde right now, this might feel maybe particular, might be a little more uncomfortable than maybe compared to some other signs here. But keep in mind, Aries, you're the initiator of the zodiac. You power through these things. Keep that drive there. Remember that you are these moments here are meant to level you up there, to get you to the best version of yourself. And you know what? Let's go ahead and get to your third card here, which is how to get to your higher self. So, higher self, how does any of us get to you right now? Let's see how Aries can get to their higher selves right now. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah, okay. Oh, interesting. You got the Lovers in reverse here, Aries. So I feel like with this kind of popping up, I feel like this, you know what? Hold on, I'm jumping thoughts all over the place. With the Lovers, I feel like there might be a disconnect for some of you, because the Lovers for me can be one thing. It's like that coming to of you and your higher self. That for me, sometimes when the Lover pops up, it's kind of like your higher self sort of winking at you. But and I feel like this kind of is kind of saying the same thing here. It's like, hey, we've been out of touch for a while here, and this kind of like let's check back in. We do our best work when we're in sync here. And so I feel like, and however you connect to the source, Aries, it could be God, Buddha, Jesus, how your ancestors, however that looks like for you, but if there is that disconnect, that spiritual disconnect, that from that dissonance from source, you're not going to operate at your best. And this tower moment's going to be a whole thing. We're going to stay stuck in this stuff here. It's a weird game to play. But even look at this, Aries, with even how this came down here. If this was you in the past, this is how I was saying, this is your higher self. Your higher self is looking right at you. So it wants to all this stuff, and then the tower's looking at all this stuff going on here, in which greatness is happening here, that the unity is coming back to you, the harmony is coming back, Aries. But it's just kind of remembering that at this point. Oh, well, I guess now that Where's looking at me, the Lovers is looking at the tower. But embrace that change. That doesn't change anything. We're evolving into this thing. We got to I hope that makes sense. Because I feel like when we're missing the signs from the universe here, it does make that tower moment just a little bit more uncomfortable. So let's get to your fourth card here, which is going to be some obstacles, that's preventing you from getting here. So higher self, what are some obstacles that are preventing Aries from getting to their higher selves? Let's see, what are some challenges that may be kind of going on at this time. Okay. You got the Seven of Cups here in reverse. And so I feel like there's, this is an interesting challenge here, because I feel like maybe we're trying to find like our purpose right now. Maybe there's been this, how do I want to put this? Because I feel like maybe we're at this place where we're trying to find, I guess, maybe what path we should take to embody our best selves, if that makes sense. Maybe we're overwhelmed with the options, or maybe the routes to take here. Maybe it's like, someone's like, well, why don't you try this method, or maybe try this way, maybe consider therapy, maybe consider this, so many different ways of trying to maybe better yourself. Maybe we're overwhelmed by the options here, and that's been what's been kind of creating this dissonance here. But let's get a little bit more on that Seven of Cups. Because for me, when I think about the Seven of Cups, because this is Venus and Scorpio here, and I would think it's about bringing to light, what your heart truly desires here, and that's just kind of astrology according to Justin here. But because I think about Scorpio is about bringing that transformative stuff, bringing that tower moment is about bringing that darkness up to the surface here, and then about and I don't even feel like it's a darkness here. It's just like maybe it's a part of us that we've been neglecting, you know, that maybe we've been, that maybe we put on the back burner here. But it's just like maybe it's just one of those, could be that integral part here that really kind of, that acts as this catalyst for our growth here. But I'm sitting here trying to clarify. Let me get my clarifier first before I keep throwing a word salad at you here. So higher self, can we clarify the Seven of Cups, please? Yeah, let's just get a little bit more on that. Okay. You got the Three of Swords in reverse here. So I feel like maybe, okay, so maybe there was something, maybe we made a decision in the past, you know, maybe we made some choices and maybe we're in this place where we might be, maybe things didn't quite go as we planned and maybe we're kind of regretting the decision possibly, you know, that's kind of what I'm getting with this thing here. And I feel like if that's resonating with you, then I feel like in order to clear this challenge here, it's time to let some of that stuff go. You know what I mean? It's like going through that whole stuff, you know, like how the King of Cups does. If it's not serving you a purpose anymore, if you've learned as much as you can from this thing, it's time to let that stuff go. Let that wave wash away, and it's time to move forward there. Because, you know, higher self is waiting on you in the higher self tab. So, I mean, look at that. It won't, it's right there waiting for you, Aries, but it's just like making that choice, you know, to decide to move on and to embrace this change here. So I hope that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get to your fourth card here. Oh, excuse me, your fifth card, which is going to be some environmental influences. So higher self, what are some environmental influences that Aries might be going through right now? Let's see what some outer stuff is going on here, Aries. Yeah, okay. Oh, look at you. Boss. That's what I'm talking about, Aries. And I hope that, you know what, even through all this stuff here, I do still hope that we're trying to get through this thing here. Because look at this. This is your card here, Aries. It's the Emperor here. The whole family here. You and your ruler. And I feel like with this, with the Emperor popping up here, maybe, you know, maybe something that I don't know. Honestly, Aries, intuitively what I'm getting is I feel like it's time to, if we've been kind of stuck in this Three of Swords energy for a while, you know, the Seven of Cups here, I feel like it's time to rise up to the occasion here. I feel like you've gotten everything that you can need from this thing, and now it's time. I feel like I feel like maybe the universe is trying to send you signals here, like, you know, it's getting ready time to just like start to act here. Because then keep in mind too, you know, Jupiter's in Aries right now, and that's, you know, we're trying to get our fortune here. You know, we're getting ready to, you know, the energy's in this place of just like, this is perfect for Jupiter and Aries right now. So I feel like it's like, you know, the universe is asking you to embody your energy here, to really step into your power and get through this thing here, because you're more than you know, maybe some of than these feelings that are holding you down, you know, any of this maybe kind of low vibratory experiences here. You can rise up from this thing, Aries. This is an Emperor here, and maybe it's time to as well maybe kind of check if your environment has gotten maybe a little chaotic. You know, maybe you kind of got lost in this thing here. You know, let's kind of clean up house a little bit. You know, kind of straighten up your safe space a little bit and help you maybe get you back in that place where you're feeling confident again, where you're feeling excited to rise. You know, because if we're in a place where, you know, you got all the blinds pulled, you know, you're just kind of just wallowing in this thing, of course it's going to be really hard to embody this Emperor energy here. But you're getting ready to level up and to become a better version of yourself. You are, I mean, come on, Aries. I don't even know. Take a picture of this here and put it on your wall, because that's what we're aiming for here. This is you so far are the ones like on it. So yeah, let's embody your energy, Aries. You know, let's get control of ourselves again. You know what I mean? And get back to just embodying the best version of you, Aries. That's kind of what I got. I hope that makes sense, because this is really cool here, what's going down. Let's get to your sixth card here, which is going to be some personal issues. So higher self, what are some personal issues that Aries might be going through at this time? Let's see what maybe is kind of stopping us from embodying this Emperor energy here. Okay. You got the Ten of Wands in reverse here. And I feel like maybe with this, because this is interesting, normally I feel like with this showing up in reverse, I feel like the burdens would be lifted here. But maybe some of us feel like maybe we're making this tower moment. We're kind of, we're stuck in it a little more than I feel like we need to be, if that makes sense. Because yeah, with the Ten of Wands in reverse, this is like signaling that, the hard times is done. You've been going through it. And then now it's time to move forward here. And I feel like that seems to be kind of becoming where the energy is shifting you, Aries. It's like it's time to embody your energy and just keep it moving, because sometimes, this kind of, to me, if this is like our insecurity, that we feel like this moment is never going to be done, we're kind of choosing to stay in this thing, Aries, and this is not a judgment-free zone here, or excuse me, this is totally a judgment-free zone here, excuse me, safest space, but if we feel like we're stuck in this thing and it's not going to end, that's just something, that's a place that we're keeping ourselves. But we tell ourselves that we're bosses, that we're the emperor, that when the occasion calls for it, we can rise above and power through this thing and learn from this thing as well. It's not even that you're just ignoring this stuff here, you're leveling up through this thing. Then I feel like, this is just an insecurity right now. This is just something that you're telling yourself. And words are powerful. Tell yourself that you're a boss. Remind yourself that you're the emperor here. And then watch. See how things change, or see how things change, Aries. But let's go ahead and get onto your 7th card here, which is what you feel like you should do at this time. So, higher self, what is it that Aries feel like they should do at this time? Let's see. Interesting. You got the 7 of Swords in reverse here. And so I feel like maybe you're at this point now where it's like, and that's nice. I feel like maybe we're at this place where maybe we're done kind of telling ourselves these, just like deceiving ourselves, kind of telling ourselves like that we're not good enough, that we can't rise above this occasion. I feel like deep down, because the 7 of Swords normally is a card of deception and a card of trickery, but with it being in reverse, I feel like we're ready to get over this hump here. It could be, just one of those things in the back of your mind, Aries. It's just like, that you want to move forward, but there's just something that, whatever that is, be with that. Figure out what it is that's kind of still shackling you to this thing. Because I feel like if subconsciously we're ready to, we're thinking about moving forward, let's see if we can see if we start taking action here. Who better to do it? But let's get to your your 8th card here, which is going to be what you want to do. So, higher self, what is it that Aries wants to do with this energy here? Let's see. Let's see what you want to do, Aries. Nice. Absolutely. 9 of Swords in reverse here. We're done with this nightmare here. We're done with give yourself a round of applause, Aries, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. We're ready to rise above this thing and realize too, the fact that and if we've been struggling, to take this first step, let this video be a freebie here, because now you've seen it, I've seen it, and look at you. You're moving forward, because that's exactly what this 9 of Swords is about, because sometimes with this, when we get lost in this stuff here, we can feel like, when we're sleeping, we're in a nightmare, when we're awake, we're in a nightmare, when we're riding our bike, just nightmares. But now, we're choosing to be done with it, because sometimes, we may not be able to control a situation, but we can control how we feel about it. And then once we get those feelings, get a better handle of those feelings, then we can be more proactive as opposed to being reactive. You know what I mean? So, boss. That's how an emperor does it. So absolutely. Let's get to your 9th card here, which is going to be some lessons. So, higher self. What are some lessons that Aries can get from this whole thing? Thank you, higher self. This has been dope. And thank you, Aries. This has been some cool energy here. Okay. You got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse here. And I feel like the lesson is just kind of be mindful of like what you invest in. And what I mean by that is more so kind of what you tell yourself. You know, when we invest in those kind of negative mindsets where we keep ourselves down, you know, like, oh, I'll never get over this thing. Oh, I deserve this stuff. You know, we kind of, it's like very Eight of Swords where we kind of keep ourselves in a box and we don't see a way out. You know, we just continue. We're just going to just shoulder this burden just indefinitely. But I feel like the lesson can be, you know, let's try to shift that paradigm a little bit. You know, let's invest in more of, again, baller, because that's what the Emperor is. Embracing your higher self, sitting on your throne on the ocean. Because you handle tower moments incredibly, because this is your ruler here. You know, this is, you and your ruler are, you two are in sync here. You know, you're getting ready to come out the box and show them, or come out the gate and show them what you're made of here. So yeah, definitely, you know, again, because words are powerful. So just be careful, you know, what you're telling ourselves. And you know, and it's not you like being fake or anything like that. It's just if you've been going down this negative path for a while here and see where that's gotten you, if we're still kind of feel like we're stuck, try going a different path and just see, you know, check back in a month, you know. So I would love to see where we kind of gotten at on this journey here. So let's wrap this thing up, Aries. Let's get to your last card here, which is going to be some advice. So higher self, what is some advice for Aries? Let's see, what are some kind of closing thoughts on this thing? Yeah. Yup. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. Look at how the, hold on, Aries. Let's switch back over, because look at this. You put in all this work here, and now the universe is rewarding you. You know, this is what higher self has been waiting for. There's been abundance waiting for you to just come and get it. And now that we've been taking steps, you know, we're trying to embody the best version of ourselves and improve, and to, you know, to get to this place of where we're feeling better as well. The universe responds in kind as soon as you made that space. Look at how the story ended here. Like, and keep in mind too, you know, you got this in this Pentacles here, you got this whole garden here. You have to tend to this thing. You know, just because we've gotten this benchmark, that doesn't mean that things stop. You know, we learn from this stuff here, like the King of Cups. We learn from the stuff here so we don't repeat these things, or, you know, when the situation comes back again, because believe me, your ruler's going to come back again, you know, and that's, again, it's not to scare you, but it's just so that you can anticipate this thing, so that you can be what? Proactive and not reactive. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. I think that was pretty solid. And again, sorry for that slip here, because you know, absolutely, you are in outside of your own, you are in a safe space here. So I hope you know that here. You know, when I'm recording this, it's getting close to Mercury retrograde. So I think Mercury retrograde is like tomorrow. So it's gonna, if you thought the word salad was bad now, you know, settle in. But all right, let's keep it moving. If you like that, give this video a thumbs up. I'm all up on Facebook. Subscribe, hit that bell button. You'll get notified when I release my videos. Share this thing if you know someone who's going through this stuff, because man, Aries, you came for yourself in the strongest kind of way this reading here. You know, if you know someone, yeah, who might be going through this thing, and how funny, you really came for yourself, Aries, because this Mars is in Gemini right now. So it's like, your higher self is looking out for you, Aries. So yeah, spread the love. Let's raise that vibration. I mentioned Facebook. And lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placement, you know, sun, moon, rising, wherever, come check out my other channel, the Chariot and Friends. I do readings based off the lunar, based off the moon. We talk about when she goes void, of course, signs, just a bunch of lunar shenanigans and all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise card here so we can get you out of here. Nice. You got the Two of Pentacles here, and I feel like with this popping up, you know, now that we're taking these steps, and, you know, we're starting to starting to come out of this thing here. Let's keep this energy balanced here. We want to keep this momentum, because like I was saying, Tower moments are going to come, Three of Swords are going to come, even sometimes Nine of Swords is going to come here. But how we each time we handle it a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, and the next thing you know, you don't even see them anymore. It's just they're just coming. They're just bringing wisdom to you at this point. There's no more. It's just you know what I mean. It's just everything is working just in just simpatico here. So that, and just, you know what too, one more thing, just when I was talking about the energies here, talking about higher self, this is about, think of this, how she's got this infinity sign here, that harmony here, that's you and your higher self. That's when you two are in sync here, abundance, all about the money. So yeah, I like that. I think I'm gonna leave that there, Aries. So stay safe out there, keep raising that vibration, and I will catch you on the next one later.